everybody. I think we're on live. Welcome to WDWNT Live this evening. We're here, of course. We're live twice a day until all the Disney parks around the world reopen. I'm Tom Corley. There's an echo coming through, Kevin, by the way. That's not a usual thing. I don't know why that's happening. I'm just so you're aware of that. But we are live, unlike a video of Happily Ever After that's marketed for a full day. We are actually live. And tonight we're going to watch 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the 1954 classic, which surprising many Disney fans have told me they haven't seen, which I think is sacrilegious. Joining me, Scott Smith's up there in the corner. Hi, Scott.
Hello there.
We got Rich Grafton, who's actually under the sea.
Hello.
And Spencer, who's wearing the shirt of the wrong Disney Sea attraction for tonight.
I don't have any 20K stuff, so this is the closest I got.
My license plate. I have to get it. I was going to try to show the license plate. I dropped it. I have a lot of 20K stuff, but it's also raining in Orlando, and I didn't want to destroy stuff by carting it out in the car this evening, all for one showing. But I had one thing here at the office, and I
just check out Tom's Twitter.
What was that?
Check out Tom's Twitter. I said check out your Twitter. I'm sure you'll post photos there.
But I do have the problem is I have like 5 scale model Nautilus or Nautili, if you want to call them that, and there's never enough shelf space. I mean, they're all giant, and so you can't put them all out. I need to buy like some sort of tiered thing with long dimension shelves to put out all. I should probably just stop buying Nautiluses. It's probably the more reasonable thing to do. But nonetheless, we're going to be watching 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It's on Disney Plus, so we're going to give you guys a couple of moments if you haven't opened Disney Plus. You didn't know we were doing this, so you're just joining us now. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is indeed on Disney Plus. You could search for it. It's not going to show up on any of your front pages, I assure you of that. If you don't want to type letters and numbers in, if you go to the decade collections under Disney, if you pick 1950s and scroll over a couple, it is, if you are too lazy to type, you can find it that way as well. But we'll give everyone a couple minutes.
It's not The Simpsons, so it's not on the front page.
It's not The Simpsons or anything since Bob Iger became CEO, so it is not on the front page of Disney Plus. But while we're giving people a couple minutes to pull it up, do we have any 20,000 Leagues memories people want to share, whether it's theme park related or the movie or whatever?
Oh, well, I think I actually had not seen the movie the movie I saw randomly one day, but I think we all have memories of that attraction from back in the day, going down the spiral staircase and the squid tentacles and the sea monster, and it just...
My only vivid memory is looking through that porthole and seeing the eye of the squid. That's like the thing I remember.
I remember very well, very bits and pieces of the fighting lobsters.
Yeah. The
sea serpent.
My other vivid memory is standing on that dock for what felt like hours. It was a very slow loading ride. Those are my 2 memories.
Yes, it was. It had a smell to it too. I don't know if you probably don't remember that.
No.
But it had a rusty, obviously because it was a rusty old ride.
Seats, the red, because even the inside was pretty well themed. I remember like the dark red seats with like the steampunk.
You flip them down.
Rivets on them.
Yeah.
I remember little weird things like that.
That was the one ride I asked my father to go on more than once way back in the day, in the 70s.
Yeah, it was one of the headliners for sure, opening day.
Yeah, definitely.
And the first, I would say probably. I mean, remember, you had a park that didn't even have Pirates of the Caribbean yet. So people were pretty jazzed about that ride.
It was a cool ride. I mean, I hate to, I don't know if I'd prefer it over the whole Fantasyland we got, but... It was cool.
It has a lot of really great spiritual successors, I think. I think it's been done better since then. I think the walkthrough in Paris is really neat. Like, if you really want to take in what it's like to be aboard the actual Nautilus, the Paris walkthrough is really cool. And then, I mean, the ride in Tokyo is one of the best dark rides they've ever built. anywhere. You're not on board the Nautilus, but you're aboard like one of Captain Nemo's like mini subs, and there's a squid attack and all of those things. It's so it's still very much alive and well in a lot of the parks, which is great because it's a really important part of the company's history, which I'm sure we'll talk about in the course.
I think it
of
was
the
their
movie.
researching. It was their first live action under Buena Vista, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, well, I'll talk
I
about it
know,
during the movie. I don't want to just to fill up too much time here. We're going to give people another minute or two. Again, we're going to watch 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea on Disney Plus, the 1954 original. I don't think there's another version of it on here anyway. I mean, there has
Not
been-
on Disney Plus, but there are. Yeah.
Yeah,
other-
there's non-Disney. I didn't know if when they bought Fox, they came into possession of any weird television remakes or anything. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the Fox library enough to know.
Neither is Fox. Neither is Fox.
It's true.
Or Disney, for that matter.
But we're going to start in like a minute. And what's great is Kevin has set up this movie timer in the middle. So if any point anyone joins us, they'll know where we are in the movie. So we'll give people a minute. And then in a minute, when we're ready to start, I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, and go. And on go, we're all going to hit play on Disney Plus to start the movie. That's the plan. I see people on their chat. Before we get started, a quick mention. If you're enjoying all the live content we're doing, there's 2 great ways to support us. Number 1 is to become a WIGS member, a member of the WDWNT Inner Globe Society. Starting at just $2 a month, you get post shows for Park Center and News Tonight. You get high-quality scans of a lot of old Disney Parks paper paraphernalia that we've been scanning in. I know I just had Colleen scan a bunch of my MGM Studio stuff. For next week, I had like the world premiere brochure, which was given to people who attended the world premiere of the parks. It has their agenda, the schedule of events for the night, a map of the park, all kinds of fun stuff from opening day. Some really old maps, some old showtimes guides. Some really cool stuff will be in full res for WIGS members next week. So a lot of great content there. You can also join at some levels that give you core bucks, which let you buy Disney Parks items from around the world in our online redemption shop as well. Again, that's at patreon.com/WDWNT. And as well, if that seems all too complicated, there's the super chat. If you're on YouTube, if you go down in the corner at the bottom of the chat, that allows you to donate and leave a little chat message as well. So we thank you for your support through this time, and we're happy you're spending time with us no matter what. All right, I think it's time to get started.
Buy things off the...
What was that?
I was just going to say, buy things off the prize wall. There's really cool things. I just put them up like 2 weeks
There's
ago.
a bunch of boxes. Colleen just packed. Some guy just bought 250 core bucks worth of stuff.
Yeah, I saw that. It's, yeah, I was really surprised.
And it's weird because I didn't realize, like, it's a pretty cool assembly of stuff we have there because he got, like, a rare, like, pass holder pin from Disneyland, but then he got, like, a Tokyo thing, and I think he has a Figment Funko and, like, all kinds of, like, rare, cool things. There's a lot of good stuff on there that I've brought home from all over the place. So if you're looking for weird, wacky, rare stuff you probably don't have, it's probably on our prize wall. But anyway, I think it's time to start the movie. Is everybody ready?
Finger on the button.
All right, remember, 3, 2, 1, and on go, we're going to hit play. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Watch out, it contains tobacco depictions. There are depictions of tobacco in the film.
Yeah.
So yeah, this
I think
is
I'm like
the
10
first
seconds.
live-action film. A lot of people don't know this. Walt Disney basically left the Disney company in the early 50s because Roy wouldn't let him do Disneyland. Disneyland had been in planning stages since I think like the late 40s, and Roy didn't want any part of it. And then in an effort to convince Walt to come back, Roy told him, if you can diversify the business, then we can do Disneyland. And so Walt came back, and they got into things like the True Life Adventures, live-action films, things that would diversify the business beyond animated features and shorts, and give them other revenue streams. It was easier to make live action movies, which doesn't knock this movie at all. I mean, 20,000 Leagues is often lauded as a movie that changed the industry forever as far as special effects are concerned. But
Won the Oscar.
These were huge movies. This and Swiss Family Robinson and all of these were giant hits. People were very excited that Walt Disney was doing live action movies. Just like an animated movie, it opens with a book. Like any one of the animated movies. Has
In
anyone
the year
read the
1860, the world was lost.
I read the book, actually. Yeah.
Several times, actually.
Is it good? I don't know. I like bought it and I started and then I never like finished it.
It's good in the golden era of science fiction style of writing. I mean, there's a lot of words.
Yeah.
But the descriptions, I mean, Jules Verne is Jules Verne. The descriptions are really good.
Yeah.
If you want to make it, there's a lot of stuff in the unabridged version that really doesn't matter. The abridged version, I don't feel loses anything really. Yeah.
And I mean, this movie is so ahead of its time. I mean, steampunk really wasn't an aesthetic yet, and the design of the Nautilus, this submarine,
Yeah.
I think changed science fiction forever.
Harper Goff, right? Wasn't he the art director?
I mean, Harper Goff would go on to be a prolific theme park designer too, but you can see why Walt wanted him to work on the park too. I mean, looking at that submarine, I mean, that's got to be which it's shocking that, I mean, 20,000 Leagues was at Disneyland. When it opened, there was a walkthrough of movie sets, but I was really surprised that in Walt's lifetime, they never really tried to do a theme park attraction with 20K.
At Disney World, there was a walkthrough of props or something like that for some time, because I remember
At Disney World?
making that part of the thing. It was in the exit of something, and they had the model of the sub and one of the diving suits, as I recall. But we always made sure to walk through that.
That's the Living Seas queue.
Was it there?
Yeah, the suit and the Nautilus, yeah.
Yep.
Another fun fact related to Harper Goff, there's concept art of this town, of this harbor town, in Columbia Harbor House on the second floor. It's not a copy, it's the actual painting. And I'm not sure anyone who works at the Magic Kingdom knows it's there, but it's on the second floor. It's in one of the little alleys that juts out. And it is most definitely a Harper Goff concept art piece. This movie, because you got to remember when they were building the park, no one probably thought like, oh, there's tremendous value to all this art we have sitting around. We got to fill out these buildings and stuff for the park. Like Harper probably just grabbed the art and was like, oh, let's take it to Florida and we'll put it up in the restaurant. And it's amazing. No one's realized what it is. It's still just sitting there. It's probably worth at least $50,000, I would bet, to somebody. I mean, this movie is.
That's gotta hurt going through a window like
worth
that.
A fortune.
The other thing I like about this movie is the Peter Ellenshaw matte paintings, like that one.
This is the exact shot
incredible
that there's concept art of on the second floor.
Okay. I thought that was a print. That's actual artwork.
No,
wow.
it's the real thing. If you look close at it, you absolutely see the brush strokes and everything.
Wow.
You would think it is, but I went there with somebody in the know, and they were like, nope, that's definitely actual art. I mean, that's why there's glass over it. Otherwise, I don't think the glass would be over it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely kind of a different role for Peter Lorre.
Yeah, right.
Not the, gangster assistant type creepy guy.
kind of guy.
I mean, this is an all-star cast at the time. I know most people watching this today probably have no idea who half these people are, but.
Except the hat.
Wasn't there some trading necessary under the Hollywood system to get some of these actors, if I remember right?
Most
'Cause
likely, yeah. Because,
they were
I mean,
under
Disney
contract
wouldn't
with
have had
everyone.
anyone under contract, really, except
Right,
his
yeah.
Mouseketeers.
So quite a bit of back office dealings probably to get all these actors.
Yeah, that would blow people's mind. But back in the day, essentially, studios signed on talent for, movies. And so if you were a certain talent, you just worked at a certain studio.
Right.
And
You had a contract to do X movies, and then you renewed your contract or went somewhere else.
Old Hollywood studio system where
Yeah,
studios
I
would hire
forgot what
actors.
famous actors. I was watching an old Carson this week, and one famous actress in her very later years, she got to work with a famous actor, and you'd never think she would have never worked with him, but she said, well, with the studio system gone, he and I finally got to work together at like 80-something years old.
Now put some wings on it. Nah.
Monster exists. That ship
Every
getting
horror
attacked
diva.
by that monster exists in the parks. It's in the Skipper Canteen in the Sea Room on one of the maps. They have a bunch of like different ocean creatures and things attacking ships. That's one of them.
There's definitely a comment here about 70 years of journalism and what hasn't changed.
They're like Bob Chapek with tentacles attacking the country bears.
Stickers for you, sir.
The aesthetic in this room definitely influenced. If you've been to Waltz at Disneyland Paris, they have a Discoveryland room. All the rooms in the restaurant are themed to the lands in the park, and the Discoveryland room very much matches a lot of this aesthetic. I assume there's some influence there. Well, that being said, a lot of mainstream Paris reflects this time. Scott's just playing Animal Crossing.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Can you turn your volume down a little bit, please?
What we should do is dub over this whole movie, but it's just like the Animal Crossing character voice.
Gimme.
The whole movie's just like.
We all.
I will form an expedition for 2 million bells.
Bring me back new fruit.
God.
I still need to catch a tuna.
Someone said everyone has a hat. It was a time of hats. You went out. If you were a man, you went out. You went out with a hat.
That was it.
Used to be.
In the opening scene, it's like everybody wore their brawling suit or something because they're all dressed in very similarly.
Yeah.
That looks like the ship that got blown up in the opening of the movie.
Probably the same one.
It's just...
For being from
you're looking at the
1954, I think this movie holds up really well. It's a really pretty movie.
Yeah, the lighting and cinematography is really well done.
He's smoking. Oh.
He is smoking. Hide the kids.
Look, the ship is smoking.
Don't want to have to explain that everyone used to smoke.
Like everyone. Even Walt.
A banana. Nothing like a banana on the high seas.
Keep the scurvy.
I literally just finished my banana.
Wow. Sir, would you like a banana?
Wah, 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 wah.
It's like a thing to battle seasickness, right? I guess like potassium.
Maybe so.
You need potassium in your body, so I guess some.
I just think it helps like combat it. I don't know. I feel like it's a thing. I haven't been on a lot of ships in my
Maybe
life.
Kirk Douglas just liked bananas. Stock footage off the port bow.
I mean, that's probably stuff they had shot for the True Life Adventures, which was being shot around the same time. I bet they just had it.
Makes a lot of sense if they did.
I love that he had shaving cream on his face.
And then, of course, he forgets that he has shaving cream on his face.
Yeah.
Look at that. I want to kill him.
Look at this footage shot that we're not looking at. If only there was water somewhere.
Yeah. Endless days and nights. I narrated.
The days were long, and the nights were even longer than the days, and the days were even longer than that.
What I would like
someone's got a guitar.
Put a marionette show in the Country Bear Theater. Here are the blueprints.
In my considered opinion, no such monster exists, or ever did. Abandoning the search, there's no other choice, Professor. If we've gained nothing else, we can at least give the lie to those Romans.
And there's Abraham Lincoln.
Yep. Good old Royal Dano.
Anything one way or the other, Captain. Well, I don't feel justified in wasting further time. My decision
You know what's crazy about Royal Dano? I've recently saw him in a movie, and it's the movie you would least expect someone who played Abraham Lincoln to be in. He is in Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Wow.
Oh my God, really?
Wow.
The weird connection.
Guitar is going to be a musical number.
I mean, at one point he's going to play my favorite Disney song of all time.
I know, I'm just riffing.
Life is a highway?
Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a good one. That was a good riff.
there was Lightning McQueen. He was a race car. God, I love this song.
That still plays in the Mermaid Queue, right?
Yeah. It's in a bunch of places
plays-
where they reuse that music. It plays at Misadventure Falls. Oh, it's in a bunch of parks are using this loop now.
Yeah,
for
we use it-
Definitely background music, too, without the words that I recall.
We use it in Cape Cod. I think we use the original 20K version from Disney World in Cape Cod.
Yeah, the new version is in a bunch of places. I think it plays somewhere in Shanghai even.
This song is just so
You can
catchy.
tell
Yeah.
You can tell he's top billing because he's the only one not wearing a blue shirt. Like molten lava.
I never knew the words to this song, but I know the tune because I've heard it so damn much.
You gotta love the guitar flip, too.
Yeah.
He says swear by my tattoo, but does he actually have one?
I don't know.
Maybe in a
It's
visually
not on his
inaccessible
arms.
location.
I guess so.
Scott, do you want an Iron Man shirt outfit? Do you want an Iron Man outfit?
Well, yes, sure. Now everyone else knows that too.
For what?
I love how some of the sailors clap on the downbeat and some on the upbeat.
Yeah. It's like going to a show in a theme park.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
whoop-de-doo.
Maybe Mandy says maybe he's got a tramp stamp.
Whoa!
Yeah, he could. He could. We don't know. We wouldn't see it.
An explosion! Go that way! An explosion.
Go towards the fire. Hey, maybe put the guitar away, Kirk.
Everyone crowd the railings so there's maximum chance of going overboard.
Bored.
We should definitely. It's definitely safe to be so close to this right now.
So is this a bad time to keep singing, or?
Like powder, we're bullshit all this stuff. Get it off, because you must have struck something. Well, couldn't you get something struck the ship? What do you mean, something struck her? You mean in a monster, right, you mate? Oh, it might be a monster, all right. Well, listen, I've seen more monsters than my Aunt Gussie's fish pulling on this whole cruise. Sure.
Oh, Kirk.
Whoa.
What a cut up that Kirk is. I don't know his character name. I don't know if they've mentioned it, so I'm just calling him Kirk.
That's Ned Land, isn't it?
Have they mentioned it and I've missed it, or is
There she is,
There it is.
the love of my life.
There's no monster. What's that over there?
Your car's comforter?
Definitely, everyone start drumming.
not
Maybe we
now,
can
Ron.
Scare it away. I'll get this big Q-tip and try to hit it.
It's a brand new discovery. Let's kill it.
Colleen, scare away the submarine.
Seriously, they don't know what it is, but they're just going to fire kill at it anyway.
I mean, if I'm alive in a time period where nothing like that has ever been seen, and it's coming towards us, I might start shooting at it.
Yeah, it stands to reason.
Wouldn't you want to know what it is?
No, you want to live.
Yeah, I'm with Spencer.
She's showing us her heels.
She's showing us her heels. Hit her in the
She
heels.
doesn't
Run
have
around,
heels.
run around smart, Lisa. And that's a good thing? Maybe she shouldn't be turning.
Well, all you've done is made her mad.
Think of the water tank they must have built to shoot this.
Yeah. The behind the scenes stuff is fascinating. I mean, a lot of this had never been done before.
Get in the flimsiest boat possible.
Yeah, right. Well, it's going to benefit him in the end.
Surely that'll give you more chance to survive.
Yeah. You're the only one not wearing a standard blue outfit.
At least he isn't wearing a red shirt.
I know. I was just going to mention the ironic twist is the one wearing red is the one who lives.
Oh, no.
Whee!
Rather than throwing you a rope, let me go swimming with you, please.
Yes.
Seems like a perfect time for a dip.
All in service of the story, of course.
Yeah.
And that concludes our special effects demonstration. Please proceed to the studio backlot tour.
Yeah, where's Michael Bay?
You jumped into the water.
Yep.
Let me immediately jump in and then scream for help. Help. Never let go, Peter. Never let go.
My heart will
I'll never let go.
Never let go.
See.
The cool thing is, if you want to really see the Nautilus in full scale, Disney Sea. Harper Goff, I think, came out of retirement to help them design the Nautilus prop in the water, which is really cool.
That's very cool.
They brought a lot of people out
Someday.
of retirement for that. 'Cause Buddy Baker also came out of retirement for the Journey soundtrack. Like, they brought all these old people back for that park.
Yeah. And the Nautilus in Paris is cool too, but you can't get close to it, which is, I think, what really hurts it. Like, you can go take photos next to the Nautilus in Tokyo.
Provided it isn't under scaffolding, like something in Mysterious Island always is. Was it when you came this last time that it was under?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's been in phases in that land since I started going.
This is the scene where Peter Lorre's character has to say, "I have a bad feeling about this," in order to maintain continuity.
These sets are so great. Like this, again, 1954. What's great, the walk through Paris really captures this well. I mean, it feels like you're there.
Hello. Ahoy! Anybody there?
Anybody there?
And if you go to Mysterious Island in Tokyo, I mean, all these gauges and things definitely influence everything you see in the land.
See, when I see this, I think of the old 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea room in VMK, because they had that same set.
Everyone else is dead.
I'm amazed that in '59, when they built the submarine voyage, that Walt didn't want them to build a Nautilus submarine. I'm amazed that they were just regular submarines.
Is there an explanation behind that?
No. I just think it was such a weird thing to have a submarine ride to begin with, that there was no thoughts about making it thematic to a movie. Which is why I think in '71 they're like, oh, we got to make this ride 20,000 leagues. And in Paris, you have this big window, and you can stand in front of it, and the squid will slowly come and attack the window, and the port will close. Pretty neat.
Is that a practical squid? I can never tell from the video.
Oh yeah, it's an
Practical
animatronic.
squid?
It's a big animatronic. Yeah.
That's cool.
No, it's a great walkthrough. It's a really great walkthrough.
Gotta have a lot of peppers when you're under.
Captain Nemo likes it spicy.
Hearing.
Joel Welsh, so I can't wait to meet the best character in the film, Esmeralda. Of course, this organ is now in the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland.
It's the same one, really?
It's that one, yeah.
Oh, wow.
There wasn't a thought to the like preservation of props back then. It was like, what's lying around that we could use.
Anything
Now
you don't
it's
have to
Easter egg.
rebuild is cheaper, so it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's quicker. Probably more quicker than cheaper back then.
Yeah.
Wait, what's going on here? What did he say?
You said burial ceremony.
There's a cross made out of kelp.
I was wondering, because it's been so long since I read the book, I couldn't remember why they weren't on the submarine.
Because tall people are always the leaders.
I would have just drove the submarine away.
Well, they don't know how
This
to-
is mine now.
But I guess at this point they don't know that these people are not good.
Well, good for you.
I mean, if I'd made it aboard this and there was nothing like it ever, I'd probably want to talk to the guy who made it.
No, I don't want to leave yet. Let him see us first.
Yeah. Limbo, 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 limbo.
Look!
Okay, maybe now we should go.
Come on!
Now we run
I know
underwater.
I stopped you from your forward motion towards the ship already. Well, they're like, we gotta get out of here.
Alley-oop.
Whoop. This bubbling hole is there in Paris in the walkthrough.
Ow, that's my head. That's my head.
Come with me.
Just hitting them.
Yes, hit the metal people on the head. That will make them go away.
Yes. Well, you already broke the oar.
He just throws that guy in. What was great about the Florida attraction, the costumes look pretty much just like these.
Yeah, the blue
these would
guys,
be-
definitely.
Yeah.
These would be easy cast costumes, I bet, yeah.
Yeah, they were cool. And they had these really detailed Nautilus patches on them, which still
Ours
go
are
for
about
a
the same
lot.
lines, though. They, except for being blue, ours are green, but they still have that red stripe on them.
Yeah, they're similar. They're not far off. But I mean, the ones in Florida, I think, were even the same material. Like, they look just like what these guys are wearing.
You must be the captain.
Hi, guys.
Is this the tall guy?
Yeah. Too much strength. This is Ned Land, Master Harpooner. I apprentice and say that I am here Aaron.
So far, Kevin's timer's keeping right on time.
No?
Almost matched second for second.
I'm about 2 or 3 seconds early. That's all right.
Lecture here, you came with an enemy to this framing. You did not know harm. Don't blame us because warship shells. I demand a fair trial. You've had your trial.
All I did was punch a couple of your guys. Jeez.
Even though we carry a cross to the funeral and pray over the casket, I am really done with mankind. Yes,
Such a great character, though. I love Captain Nemo.
I love James Mason's version of
It's
Captain
so
Nemo.
perfect,
It's just the best.
I'm going to hit you with this very large book.
carried your work far as to leave a story. Someday.
And it's amazing to this point that Disney still hasn't revisited this at all. I know there's been several times they've tried. Various directors
Yeah, I'm
that have
sure it's
dropped in and out. But this is begging for a modern version. I mean, forget about remaking animated movies. I think it's been long enough to do something new and special with 20,000 Leagues.
Yeah. And to Spencer's point before, there's a lot of material in the book. So you could keep the same central story, but still have a very different story arc around it to make it a little more different.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think it's such a different thing from what they have. The company doesn't have a lot of, I guess Star Wars is science fiction. Star Wars is kind of its own thing, though.
It is. And there are elements of steampunk in Star Wars with the design of the technology and so on.
Yeah. I don't know, I just think the world is so into steampunk now that people would really dig this.
Well, it's clear Atlantis was inspired by this too. Not
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Maybe
it just wasn't.
Maybe that's why they're.
It just wasn't good.
Yeah, the fight scene with the automaton in Atlantis is perhaps the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
Wee, this is fun.
Me and the Typhoon Lagoon.
We will hold on even though it's sinking.
Stand by.
Oh, they didn't hang on.
Take them on below.
Wait, why are we taking them in now?
We'll see.
He has found out that's what he wanted to know.
I think it says so much that we designed this thing in 1954, and it still looks futuristic now. It's just such great design.
Oh, it's Horizons.
Actually, the best thing is judgment. Jesus.
I see you've met my sea lion.
Now that I've tried to drown you, please sit down and dine with me.
In Paris, can you beat people with oars? And Belle said, in Paris, you can do anything you want. Kind of true. Want to take your shoes off and put your feet in the fountain? It's fine.
And yes, I have fish swimming in the punch bowl. Don't mind that.
I really need a smoking jacket like Captain Nemo.
Hmm.
We're all good buddies now that the attempted murder is over.
I like that he's eating off of the knife.
Right. Yep. And it's something like gelatinous on the knife.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
This is like a Paris buffet. In a couple of years, you'll have to explain to people what a buffet was.
Nope, I'm still gonna eat off the knife.
Yeah.
He is who he is.
Oh.
You could tell they're not eating the food from the Volcano restaurant in Tokyo because they're still eating.
Jesus Christ.
That's a Tokyo joke for all you out there.
The food's not good.
The food is so bad.
It's a shame because the inside of the restaurant is again more of this kind of stuff, and it's beautiful. But the food.
It's
is
so
very
pretty, and
different.
they use the old loop from the Living
It's
Seas.
the
I
Living
think.
Seas background loop in there, yeah.
Yeah, it's the worst and most overpriced Chinese food I've ever had in my life. Though it's terrible.
It's not the worst Chinese
Wow.
food I ever had, though, but it's
Kirk's
bad.
really pouring on the milk.
Look at that chalice, man. That's the new Fantasyland Be Our Guest restaurant opening chalice.
Yeah.
Now he just needs to put a little tea bag in it.
Oh. What you
Puree
should
of
do-
octopus.
Oh, man.
So is no one going to mention the fish in the punch bowl?
Yeah, I mean, they're there.
That's it.
I gotta read this book again. It's been so long.
Some more of these cigars.
Now
He's
pause for
smoking.
an advertisement telling you the dangers of smoking.
Smoke.
Let's stop for a brief cigar provided by Marlboro, Professor.
How is he lighting it in a shell?
Maybe there's
Well,
the sea slugs in there. A lighter.
Right. It's a seaweed cigar, so, you don't need a normal match.
All those bottles and canisters are exactly like the Q in Journey to the Center of the Earth. Like, everything's like that shape.
Tom, did you ever take the Magma Sanctum tour on Journey to the Center of the Earth?
The what?
Oh, when Journey goes down, there's a tour through the queue called the Magma Sanctum tour, where they'll have cast members walk you through and open some of the displays, and you can go in and take pictures and kind of just wander the queue freely for a little while.
Oh, that's cool. We were there when it was down, too. We didn't do that.
I just found out about this like a couple of weeks ago. I wasn't sure if
I mean,
you
we
knew
don't
about
speak
it.
Japanese, so we wouldn't really understand what they're saying.
It's not even like advertised. You just ask a cast member.
Yeah. Someone said, how is the air filtered in the submarine?
Yeah, I was just going to point that out. Mandy brought up a good point.
Yeah, that's a
That-
fair point.
They're smoking in an enclosed metal
I'm
ship.
sure he has like some weird filtration system. I mean, this man invented the submarine.
He has an atomic reactor. He probably has a filter somewhere.
right?
Yeah. Sorry if I spoiled that, but
Yeah. I think everyone, if you're watching this movie with us talking, I think you maybe have seen it before.
Now I really want to go to Paris. I want to see I want to see the walkthrough.
The walkthrough is cool, but I wish I had gone to Paris before Tokyo. I think I would have enjoyed the walkthrough more if I had not seen what Tokyo did later.
Sir, our shoes are getting wet.
Shiriku Tundu just dropped them into the water. What now?
He just pointed. Thanks, I didn't know where I was supposed to go.
I'm just going to go this way. Oh, no, okay.
No! Oh, no! Sir, you have like a metal helmet on. Just like headbutt them.
Now the stuntman takes over. Look at this film.
What is fell over. Oh. peed after a night of jelly rolls.
Just
The score in this film is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember reading that they had to wait. They're real scuba diving equipment, but it's been encrusted with Harper Goff special effects stuff, so it looks steampunky, which I thought was really cool.
And this is all from the True Life Adventures, probably.
I think a lot of the animal footage is probably stuff they had. Maybe not. Maybe it was shot for this or bought for this. I don't know. There's not a particularly good documentary about this movie.
That's too bad. I feel like there's so much to tell that it would make a great documentary.
Harper did such a good job. I love the look of the gun, the suit. They're just great.
Caviar.
Years later, that basket design would be used at coal stores. Look at that. I mean, those are all real, too.
Yeah, that's... second unit had fun doing that one, I'm sure.
Right. Yeah.
Like, stop
what are we doing?
Them.
We're doing...
how much we paid each for these?
Yeah. We're doing what with
Yeah, I mean, this is incredible, given the time. Yeah, you're not going to see that now.
It's an animatronic, don't worry.
You're not going to see guys just dragging turtles along.
They could be CGI turtles, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they were fine, but they definitely look like they're grumpy about it.
What are they taking it back for? To eat?
Soup. Filet of turtle.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
And it magically tastes like chicken.
Look, over there, a boat.
I've never seen one of those before.
Come on, let's go.
Let's investigate.
Hello? Anybody home?
Look, a sword. Look. We can stab Captain Nemo with it. Ah, just leave it.
Just watch out for the tuba, because that means there's a shark nearby.
An extremely light treasure chest.
Oh, I forgot about that. He tries to put on the table.
Light enough to lift.
Yeah, that totally unlocked it. You definitely hit the lock. Treasure! Put it back!
Now remember, we're definitely under. Now they're underwater.
Let's take the whole thing. Leave the table.
Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Let's just go right through the ship.
my
There we
God.
go.
Face first.
See? Tubas.
It's pretty realistic, though. Like, this is pretty much what would happen in this situation. Oh, no.
Totally a real shark.
Oh, no.
I don't like that. Actually looks like a real shark. That looks like they actually hurt a shark.
Yeah, this is one of the greatest orchestral pieces ever made for film. I don't think there's an argument. Well,
Where's Jack Sparrow?
I accept this treasure as a reward.
No, it just sits in this room so we can look at it.
I think the idea is he uses the treasure if he finds something he actually needs to, like, barter. You can't really build a submarine without money.
Yeah, that's true.
Tell Bob
Now-
Chapek
now
that.
Yeah. Now this is supposed to be the first submarine ever.
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, submarines didn't exist
Thank you.
when the book was written.
Well, that's what I mean in story.
Yeah. No, you are a long time before the first submarine.
Yeah. Which gives you an idea of the mind of Jules Verne to even conceive not just of the submarine idea, but all the details about what it would mean to live on a submarine. It's pretty incredible.
A lot of it was pretty accurate. I mean, but I guess that's kind of what he formed the idea of what it should be, and so that's when it was developed. That's what people thought, like, oh, it's got to be this.
Where's the timekeeper?
He was right.
I mean, even if you read From the Earth to the Moon, it obviously doesn't apply exactly the same way in any way, but
No,
a lot of the
to-
scientific
before
principles
it
he
even
predicted
actually
are the
exists,
same.
To, like, envision it and it be in any way correct is pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean, the whole idea of humans in no gravity was pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Getting blasted off from a giant gun, not so much, but, you know.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, he's flipping us off.
But he's pretty accurate psychoanalyst of the captain, though. You got to give him that.
Yeah. Look how
Yeah.
small the beds are.
It's like living in a Japanese apartment.
Spencer, I imagine your feet just hit the floor.
I thank God every day my apartment came with an actual bed. I'm just barely tall enough to fit on it. If I was like 2 inches taller, I would not fit on my bed.
When people ask why I stay at the Sheraton or the Hilton in Tokyo, it's because most of the other ones, the beds are Japanese size. Very small. The Celebration Hotel bed was real small. Like, I barely made it. My foot was right on the edge.
I don't think you could pay me to stay at the Celebration. I just keep hearing terrible things about it. It's so far.
It wasn't bad.
There's
It's
no
far.
reason.
But considering what we paid to have the Magic 15, and we had it on the day of the merchandise release, which people ended up waiting hours for merchandise, and we were in 15 minutes early, it was worth it. And the hotel's cute. I actually found all my video and photos. I need to edit that. I have like a little tour. It's cute. It's very park.
Well, they
So
just
if you're like a park fan, there's some little charming stuff. The rooms are just, they're value rooms.
they just took away Happy 15 for one of those parks. I can't remember
there-
which one, but you only get one now.
Oh,
Oh,
Scott's upset about that.
Oh, he's making a guitar.
Oh my gosh. How many turtles had to die, man? You could- Where'd he get the strings from?
Some other animal.
Turtle tendon.
Just,
Human
I guess.
back hair.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's a beautiful guitar.
I wonder where that prop ended up at.
Probably the garbage. You know you have pockets, right?
Yeah.
You didn't need to build an elaborate turtle guitar. Oh no. Oh, here comes Rover the sea lion. Oh God.
Bonk.
You left your guitar, stupid.
He has a hot glue gun.
The sea otter just right into it. He's like, yeah.
I love this song. Sea lion, not a sea otter.
Oh, it's a sea lion? I thought it was in... What am I thinking?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's,
Well, I don't know what you're thinking, but that's good. That's all right.
We know our sea lions. We've seen Horizons.
I never got to ride Horizons. It closed before I was born.
Old Rover the sea lion.
jeez Louise.
Of course, Captain Nemo
In the words of
invented the
War-
psychedelic.
Well, this was
Before Jimi Hendrix, there was Captain Nemo.
It looks very much like the power unit in Forbidden Planet, actually.
Yeah.
Same effect. Same era.
This is really steampunk. Really.
This seems safe. Me going food shopping during a pandemic. That's the mask
what was
I'm
the
gonna
point
build.
of that? What's the point of that? What was that?
That was nuclear energy.
So Lear, come downstairs. Let me look at your nuclear energy reactor for a few seconds.
What we got here is a nuclear reactor.
There's a Mr. Fusion on the back of the sub. You can't see it. Yeah, I mean that you pretty much see the real thing in Paris, man. That window opens just like that. Very cool.
I'm just going to fall asleep here.
Halfway there.
That's some boat.
That boat looks like it belongs in Port Discovery.
Yeah, same design aesthetic for sure.
Fun.
I honestly am pretty surprised they put this scene in 1954.
Why?
They're making a point.
Yeah, I get it. I agree. I think it's important to the story. I just think for the you got to remember what the Walt Disney Company was up until this point, though. It's all family-friendly entertainment.
Yeah.
There's not a
Sunshine
lot
and
of,
animals
like,
that talk and dance. Yeah.
yeah, there's not a lot of like political statements in anything that the company's produced. You know?
Yeah, but there's messages. I mean, even Bambi has like strong.
But there's definitely, I mean, you have to understand Nemo, I think, and that might be why they put it in.
Yeah, no, it's important to the
kept it
character's
in.
development. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just
But
surprised,
you're right, it's-
given the time and the company's reputation at
Yeah.
that point in time. It's just surprising.
We fled to the worst Chinese restaurant at Tokyo Disney Sea, Volcania.
I mean, the only movie to touch on slavery other than this one in this era is
Song of the South.
Song of the South, maybe?
Yeah.
Totally different approach, of course.
Yeah, I don't
Which
think
he
that one
tried.
really takes a stance in any way.
No, only by its existence, really.
Yeah.
But Walt wasn't afraid of darker stuff, which is one of his strengths.
What was that, Scott?
He wasn't afraid of darker stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Look at the whole death thing in Bambi, or even Chernobyl.
Yeah, I just think it shows they were trying to be serious filmmakers also. Like, these aren't meant to be family pictures, but 20K doesn't necessarily feel strictly like a family picture. This just feels like a very real
Yeah.
studio film of the time.
Almost a PG of the G of the time.
Yeah.
should
Well,
have-
Walt admired Jules Verne, and
Yeah.
I'm sure he wanted to do the book justice, and you can't really do the
Yeah.
book justice without these darker points in the film.
Yeah.
Yep. It's kind of the point of the book too, or one of the points of
This
the
is,
book.
I'm just saying, this is
Yeah.
most definitely the darkest of any kind of production for the company to this point.
Getting himself psyched up for the evening's activities.
He's getting
Yes.
ready for the dance in the Haunted Mansion ballroom.
You might be getting a little too into it, Captain Nemo.
Oh, I.
That's a beautiful, beautiful shot.
Again, I love the matte paintings in
Yeah.
this. Are really, really well done.
Matte paintings are such a lost art form.
Yeah. As far as the tools and material, the idea lives on inside the computer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but you
But
don't
you
get
can
the
see
actual.
like, why Walt used filmmakers to build the park. I mean, all these things are going to
Yes.
become important. Think about all the big e-ticket attractions. How many of them have like somewhere where there's a window, and then they needed to do some sort of painting of an outside scene.
Right.
And they're done beautifully because these were filmmakers. These are people who did map paintings for film.
And the crazy eyes come out.
You know?
Oh.
Jeez.
I don't know why it explodes.
What an explosion. Adam Hanley wants to know, any chance of you putting up one of your Nautilus models on the prize wall? No.
None.
No. I like them very much. They're also very expensive.
Oh yeah, I saw another Nautilus model. I wasn't sure if you had it yet.
Which one?
I don't know. They made like 30 of them here.
There's 30 of them everywhere.
I'll find it.
God, I have the EFX one. I have the Disney Direct / Shop Disney / Disney Catalog. Whatever you want to call that one. I have the Disney Sea Grand Opening one.
I think it's the grand opening one.
I have that one. I won that one in the Van Eaton auction. What are the other ones? I have other ones. I don't even know. There's one in a box in my office. I don't even know which one it is.
I have an alert out right now for 20,000 Leagues in Japanese because you wanted that squid toy.
I mean, I would like anything. There was a seaweed cookie tin on eBay a couple weeks ago. So apparently when it opened, you could buy seaweed cookies in a Nautilus tin. Really cool.
Huh. I haven't seen
lost
that.
The tin. I need that tin. I would have also liked to try the cookies. They sound interesting. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty dark. There's a lot of
He's the
death.
first Avenger.
A lot of death in this movie.
I have to imagine what the reception would have been when they put the Disney name on this in the 50s, with it being so dark for the time.
I think people were so amazed that Disney was doing a live action movie, and the reputation of the company was so great that people were like, oh my God, if they're doing a live action movie, how amazing is this going to be?
It did like quadruple its budget.
It was a huge hit.
Yeah, it was successful commercially, sure.
I forget what the box office was on that.
It was something like 28 million back in 1950s.
And then this is the same studio that like 20 years later brought us the computer that wore tennis shoes or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, the live action game certainly changed for them after Walt died.
Yep.
It became like, what? Let's do some low production, cheap live action movies that we know will be sure hits, so the studio makes a little money. It was kind of the game they played for a while.
Yep. And they did. The Kurt Russell series did well.
Yeah.
The box office, it was 28.2 million on a budget of 5 million. They don't
Now,
have what
to
it
put
is
things in
adjusted for
perspective,
inflation.
A $5 million budget in 1954 is insane.
Yeah, and 28 million was also insane. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
$3
yeah, I was
a
gonna
person seats. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That is.
Oh, Tom, you were talking about how they could make a live action version of this. Disney announced in 2016 they were working on a live action film called Captain Nemo. And they just updated in 2020 saying that the director, they said, is no longer on it, but the film is still in pre-production.
Yeah, it keeps bouncing around like that. I mean, we've reported on it. That's why I remember it. Actually, total and greatly overrun production cost of $9 million. The film was the most expensive in Hollywood to that date and presented a serious financial risk to the studio should it flop.
Oh, he does have a tattoo.
Oh, there you go.
He has a tattoo, yep.
Stand corrected.
It was the second highest grossing film of the year behind White Christmas.
Oh, another great.
Oh, wow. White Christmas would have been that time, yeah.
White Christmas.
Oh, there's even a short little in Disney theme park section. Disneyland had the walkthrough, yeah, from 55 to 66. A ride at the Magic Kingdom from 71 to 94. Disneyland Paris walkthrough that opened in 94. Disney Sea ride in 2001. The Nautilus references, all those things. What's weird is it says it made $8 million then. I want to know, so all the rest of that money was re-releases.
Still, 8 million is still a hefty amount at that time.
Yeah, so they made $3 million. I want to see the actual
Someone did Kevin Lake did in the chat 9 million then, around 86 million. So it was not a. It was very successful.
Oh, let's see. Here's the financial information. Wasn't released on video until 1997.
Really? It took them that long?
They were still doing first releases of a lot of their movies probably up until then. Like right before DVD started, honestly.
I'm still surprised it took that long, though.
Yeah.
It looks like it was released on Laserdisc at the very least in the early 90s or the early 80s. So it didn't take too long, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say home video didn't propagate really until that time. Anyway, how do I sound? Do I sound okay?
I didn't think it would take until 1997 to put it out. If this is as much of a classic as
They were
it apparently
spacing them
is,
out
then
back then. It was like a big deal when things came out of the vault.
Yeah, we opened the vault for a limited time.
I never understood the whole thing behind the Disney Vault because it seems like everyone had every movie. Like it doesn't. I don't get it.
No,
If everyone had the movie, what's so special about it?
everyone didn't have the movie. Spencer, the vault existed before home video. The idea of the vault was you didn't have home video.
No, I get
They
the
would re-release
theatrical
the movies
re-release
every
part.
7 years or so in theaters, and it was your only chance to see them. So then when they started doing
No,
it with
that
the
part I
video,
get.
people freaked out. Yeah, but even if you had it on video,
Well,
I
it
mean,
is-
VHS became obsolete, so then it was a big deal when you could buy it on DVD.
I guess, yeah. And then when it came on Blu-ray again. I don't know. I grew up with VHSs and DVDs, but by the time I was born and growing up, everything had already come out on VHS, so everyone already had all the movies.
Yeah.
How's the car? She likes them. You want another? Give me a kiss. You get right away with animals. Huh? I do better. Don't eat the car.
Just keep feeding him.
Feed the seal or whatever it is, the sea lion
It's a
cigars.
sea lion, Spencer. It's a sea lion.
Spencer's never been to a zoo.
The zoos in Arizona and Oklahoma aren't that great.
You gotta go to the Bronx Zoo.
Zoos in
New York
Japan are
Project.
much better. Actually, they're
Best
actually pretty
zoos.
terrible.
Best zoo is best.
Which one? The Bronx
Bronx.
Zoo?
Bronx Zoo is the best.
Bronx Zoo. Represent.
Why does everyone always talk about the Central Park Zoo then?
Central Park Zoo is
I don't
junk.
know.
No,
I
the
mean,
Bronx Zoo is
it's
what the
not
second
junk.
biggest in the country, and it's one of the oldest.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
I
I mean
wouldn't
the
say the
Bronx
Central
Zoo. The Bronx Zoo is the only reason you have the bison. Nearly every
American
bison
buff-
left in existence is a descendant of a Bronx Zoo bison because they saved them. It's a pretty prolific zoo.
And now they serve bison burgers in Oklahoma at some restaurants.
The Central Park Zoo is small. I
It's
wouldn't say
very
it's
small.
junk. It's very small, probably overpriced,
People
but
just know
it
because
does
it's
good.
in. I mean, they're all the same price because they're all run by the same organization. The
So
Bronx
it's
Zoo is
probably
much
when I go to
cheaper or
New
more
York.
expensive than the Central Park Zoo.
You get more for your money with
I'll
the
put
Bronx
it-
Zoo. You
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean, the Bronx Zoo. Is
I'll write that down. I'm going to New York next year, so I think I'll put that down and go to the
the
Bronx Zoo.
architecture alone is worth going to the Bronx Zoo.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's old school.
Very,
it is old
very
school.
old, beautiful buildings.
Oh,
That's fine. You get your pad in the shadow.
He socked
again.
Kirk, what a jerk move.
Like bashing anybody. Had it coming, lad. We're friends. Sure, we're friends. Go ahead. Hit me. Hit me. Sure, go ahead. You can. Now we have friends. Right, shit, mate. Well, now I'll tell you what I had in my mind. This may be old stuff, tossing messages off in piles and setting them adrift. But I've heard it working. Alcohol. Pure alcohol.
It's the 1950s. Of course, there's alcohol.
So
Can
much
you
for
just
priceless.
Flush that tiny shark out that thing. I hope that's not also where they go to the bathroom.
I was gonna say,
I think
what
that is where they
that
go to the
a-
bathroom.
Do they just poop
Yeah.
in that bowl?
You wonder.
You know who I'd feel bad for? Whoever is short enough that can't reach that bowl.
Smooth.
Oh.
I swallowed it. There is a flavolina opulina in it. Poor thing.
It's like Tom with his hot buttered rum if it's too hot.
They don't have
I
it
swallowed
anymore.
the butter.
We ordered
have it
too
at
much,
Magellan's
it angered
Lounge.
them. It was removed from the menu at Teddy Roosevelt Lounge.
I actually talked to someone and they were like, yeah, we're really glad that it's gone. It was so bad. I'm like, I know someone who really loves the hot buttered rum and they would probably hate you for saying that.
It's just rum and butter. It's just too much for them. They can't handle it.
It's still at Magellan's. I mean,
Oh, is
I
it?
might try it when the parks
I know, but I
reopen
like
now that
Teddy
I can drink in
Roosevelt.
this country.
The interior of Teddy Roosevelt's better.
Yeah, but I can never afford to eat at Magellan's, so it'll be nice to go in there.
She won't answer her helm, sir. That's 10 total.
Ruh-roh.
Don't worry, this ship is unsinkable and there's enough lifeboats for everybody.
What's happened? An accident? One incident. Our faulty weather's put us on a reef. The tide won't let us free by evening. Professor, we're off the coast of New Guinea. Would you like to go ashore? No, thank you. Last time we went before, it was a murder. The police.
Whoop.
How do you get the secret room at Magellan's? They may just seat you there. If not, they'll let you go see it at least.
You do have to ask for it most of the time, but it's almost always empty. But like people will always say, "Oh, sit in the wine room." No, if you're dining at Magellan's for the first time, sit in the main room. It's so much
sat in
prettier.
a full secret room when we ate in there.
Really?
They seat that.
I ate at
full,
Magellan's
yeah.
both times. It's always empty whenever I see it.
No, that restaurant's usually pretty.
But if
hard to
it's-
get in there.
If you're dining at Magellan's for the first time, eat in the central room. It's just so much nicer.
Yeah, the secret
You
room's
get the
cool. I
big
don't
globe.
like eating in the secret room.
Yeah.
Tom can't tell you about the secret room. It's a secret.
Not really a secret. You'll see the servers open the door 40 times to keep serving the people in it.
Look,
It's
Just
too
hit
bad they don't
button-
have like
they
a
hit button
secondary
and a
door in
bookshelf
there.
Slides open. So.
It's too bad they don't have like a secondary door into the wine cellar for that. That'd be really cool.
On the beach. The natives over there have
they're asking again about your 20,000 League stuff going on that prize wall, Tom.
It's not happening.
They I looked up 20,000 stuff on secondhand sites. They barely sell it even here because people love to hold on to it. It's so hard to find 20K stuff in Japan.
Yeah.
I still have the only thing I have is the Squid Park Star.
Yeah.
Squid Park. Remember Park Stars were a thing?
Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff. I mean, I definitely collect 20K, but there's not a ton of it.
Man, I remember Park Stars. Park Stars were expensive.
Yeah. I
They
think
were
that was
cool,
their
but
downfall.
Were cool, but expensive.
Wait, what are Park Stars?
It was a Vinylmation thing where they did characters from attractions specifically, but they were $20 each.
Yeah, and being blind bag, that doesn't
They
really
weren't
help its
Mickey
cause.
shaped. They were shaped like the characters for the most part.
I still have my
Okay.
Carnotaur.
Yeah, I never
But the
finished
squid-
my set. I have like all the ones I wanted. I feel like.
I have all the ones I wanted from like the first 2 series, but then.
But like
I
one
just
of the
got-
chasers is the lava monster, which is cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Remember
There's an
back when the
Albert.
Pleasure Island guy?
I don't have Albert.
Pleasure
I need to
Island?
buy an Albert.
I didn't even know they did Vinylmation stuff here until like about a month ago.
There was Japan had them.
Apparently
The
so.
would've
store
thought-
must have had.
I
'em.
would. I would have thought they would have loved them in Japan.
Well, the park couldn't.
They
do 'em
did a
because it
few,
wasn't
like-
parks. They don't. Disney doesn't own the park.
I've seen somewhere it was like a 30th anniversary Mickey.
I think
So there
there's
is
a
park
handful. I
themed
don't think they did
Vinylmation
a
out
lot.
there. I'd have to look into it. Let me pull that up. I'm gonna be humming this song for days, I swear to God.
Yeah, this is gonna earworm.
Uh-oh.
Gross.
Yeah, they did TDR Vinylmation. Like, there's even an old blog post on the TDR blog about it.
They're from Tokyo Disney?
Yeah, like on the official TDR blog, there's a post about what's Vinylmation and like talking about what it is.
Which ones did they sell?
Uh-oh, Tom.
I have to
Something
look
Tom doesn't
into
have.
it. I remember also because I was looking for like old posts about Tokyo for something on the website, so I searched Vinylmation, and there was a lot of posts from Nick about Vinylmation that was released here.
Because Nick used to run a Vinylmation website. Yeah, there was a Christmas Mickey and Minnie that were made for TDR.
Oh, here we go. There's like an Easter Wonderland Donald.
Oh, they did a 30th. Yeah,
Vinylmation.
he's in his Happiness is Here outfit.
Yeah. Oh, this is cute. I want this. I want the 30th one.
There's not a lot, but they did some. Oh, they did Captain Mickey too.
Oh, really? I need to see that.
It's cute. You could tell this is
These
by
aren't
the
that
end, though.
expensive.
This was the later shape, so they only did a few, I guess, towards the end.
These
done
aren't
with the
that
button?
expensive, actually. They've got the Vinylmation. I've got a set with the 30th Mickey, Captain Mickey, and regular Mickey with a Tokyo Disneyland bag for $50.
Mm.
Nobody
gonna talk
buys
about-
these either. They've all been here.
Peter
Spencer,
Lorre just
we'll talk
pieced
about
out.
this after the show. We should probably talk about the
Yeah.
movie.
Sorry.
Peter Lorre just pieced out on Kirk Douglas over here.
And this is absolutely what inspired the opening of the, what was it, the third pirate movie?
Second.
I think it's the second
pirate
one.
movie?
It's the second one.
Just fall over.
It's a good thing they don't use their spears and bow to hunt food because they'd go hungry.
Get the longboats.
Get the boats!
Oh, they're beautiful shot.
Well, we got the dramatic Whale of a Tale theme.
Yeah.
Insert Jungle Cruise joke here.
Used to be a lot more shields decorating the Polynesian village resort, but after these guys went there weren't any more left.
Give the commands on this one, Mr. Line. Down the side. Aye, sir.
Oh, okay. Close the hatch.
Why would I close the hatch? We've already seen they can't really hit anything.
Anything. Okay, now close the hatch.
God.
Wouldn't that electrify every living thing in the ocean?
No.
Electricity and water?
This is
in the
amazing.
ocean? No one's in the ocean, though.
There are fish in the ocean.
Well, I mean,
The electricity only conducts so far. I mean,
maybe it's just on the top.
oh, those filthy natives. They've gone away. Look at them run.
Shocking experience.
Ah,
Someone had to say it.
Your hospitality. I say that you have abused mine for the last time. Continuously disobeyed my orders. I told you once to pray to prisoners. Since you insist on being treated as one, I have no choice but to oblige you. Take me in charge. This all about. You left the beach with the intention of escaping. The only reason you came back is because the natives forced you to. You're going to regret that choice, man. You're robbing the heavens, sir. And we clearly that you control my systems no longer. I should have taken my chance. A warship. A warship? Put him on the guard below. Take him below. All engines
Time to
ready.
kill more people.
Brief. Aye, sir. Time to check the combo balance. Get below. That's 10. Oh. We'll start following it, sir.
This is also where we keep the nets.
yeah, I was. Beat me to it. I was just gonna make a net joke.
Net storage / brig.
Brig. Nets
take
have
them
to
to
go
the
somewhere.
brig.
I
We don't have a brig. And take them to the laundry room, which will hereby be referred to as the brig.
The brig.
Firing on him.
Bring aboard Captain Jack Sparrow.
Stop blowing holes in my ship.
Oh. Seeing the Nautilus have a hole blown in it is like when you see that train rip through the DeLorean in Back to the Future. Like you don't care if the characters live, but you want the vehicle to live.
Shutting the door.
Wait!
Let us out.
Ah, forget it.
Where?
near, far, wherever you are.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm afraid of the dark.
Blown a fuse again.
Jimmy,
There
hurry
goes
up with that
Schwartz and his
fuse.
Nautilus. I really don't want to get this turtleneck wet. Oh, this looks safe.
Spare shot. Bring out a spare shot. Delivery. Bring in wood chips.
Can't say they're not prepared.
Bring over the extra pipe.
This.
We're going to use leverage.
All about the proper leverage.
The tiles are not moving. They're going too deep.
The dials are not moving.
Oh,
That means something.
And I will braces. Braces.
How to fix your Nautilus in 10 minutes or less.
yeah. It's definitely from a different time in filmmaking. Spend a lot of time on all these scenes.
Down engine.
That like pump machine is in the journey queue, isn't it? The load area.
Yeah, but it's much bigger.
Yeah, but still, like you could see, like they just definitely just pulled stuff out of the movie.
It's right by the load where they have the thing that goes, yeah.
No.
Yeah, we're clear now that the plants are operating again. Are you all right? Fortunately, there are limits beyond which man and his puny efforts cannot survive. We exceeded them for 5,000 feet. We're deeper now than man has ever been before.
Don't worry, I'm sure there's nothing down here that would hurt us.
Huh.
Now for a sequence that changed filmmaking forever at the time. It is still, you know, I gotta say, it still looks good.
Yeah.
I don't know. This approach is
There's a
little-
lot of stuff from this era that just doesn't look good at all. Like, and people laugh. Like, I don't think anyone's laughing at this.
It could be better, but for the time, it still
But
looks
consider how
fantastic.
old the movie is. I mean,
But even
Well, yeah,
if
that's
you
what I
made
mean,
a
like,
CGI squid, I mean, would it be that different from the scenes? This one would be, but I mean, part of the magic is the editing. You only see, you know, a quick shot too.
yeah, I mean, think about Jaws, too. I mean, they built that shark, but it didn't work most of the
Yeah.
time, so they had
Yeah.
to get creative with the editing, and that's really what made the movie
Yeah, and it
great.
worked.
Mm.
Aye.
Now there's nothing you can't do. Like, filmmakers don't really have those technical challenges to get over, which is sad because I think, there's really these hallmark movies in film history, but we don't really have those anymore because there's not much more progression to make other than that CGI just looks better.
That's true.
Yep. Constraint builds creativity.
Yeah, just think about it. Like, the next generation of people are just not going to understand. Like, they're never going to have that film moment that's like, we're going to see something you've never seen before.
Tentacles, they'll seize anything within reach and hang on to the net.
It really is too bad.
The eyes. What do you think, sir? Stand by.
And of course, there's a storm.
Yeah, to this day, all monster films.
Well, you got to hide the shortcomings of the giant squid, right?
Yeah. There's
Well, no, that's
there's
what
production pictures of this happening at sunrise or sunset, which is ridiculous.
Oh. It looks good, though.
That
I
actually
don't know.
does look good.
It's no Plan 9 from outer space, but it's not.
Yes. What is, though? What is?
Save the map. Save. No!
Save the map game.
Not the map!
Oh. I call no way that was opening.
The squid hates the map game as much as Tom does.
What a great sequence.
If only there was someone on board, expert in hurling sharp objects. If only.
Oh, imagine if things were so convenient.
Of course, you saw them at first try to electrocute the squid, which is something that happens in every 20,000 Leagues attraction ever made. It happened in the Florida one. It happens in the walkthrough. It happens in the Tokyo ride.
I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool to get out of my ride vehicle in Tokyo and start stabbing at a squid.
Yeah. I like the little beak. The little beak, it's a very good detail on the squid.
Yeah.
That's very accurate.
Yeah, it's a good-looking squid.
Especially for 54.
Yeah. I mean, you saw what the production budget was for the time. I mean, Walt Disney was going to do live action. He was going to do it right?
Yeah.
Whoop!
Like, I think Roy wanted him to diversify and do live action. I think then Roy saw the money he was spending on this movie and was like, oh, jeez.
What have I
What
done?
did I
What have I
ask
done?
He always asked Walt to do stuff, and then Walt would go way overboard on it. I don't know what he expected at that point.
But people would pay to see it.
No, I mean, I don't know what Roy expected Walt to do any less than going all in on something and spending all of the money.
Wait. What happened to the little lasers that they were shooting underwater in the earlier sequence?
That's a good point.
I guess they only work underwater.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe those are underwater things. I don't know. Oop.
Whee!
Quint! Save Quint! Oh, wrong movie, sorry.
Oh. He's pretty strong to be.
That beak
resisting
is good.
squid. Oh, not mustache guy.
He has suction marks on his face.
Well, you actually would. That's actually a great
Yeah.
little detail. You actually would if
I brought a knife to a squid fight.
you know the little hand axes weren't working, so let's try an even littler knife.
Yeah, give me a harpoon.
You gotta throw an air tank in his mouth first. That worked. Yep, that one shot. People were hatcheting the thing.
I'll just cut through this. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like this massive muscle.
Oh, sure. The axe didn't work to cut
Yeah,
through,
I
but the
can't cut
tiny
my
knife
calamari,
did.
but this guy's just ripping through.
And they had the whale of the tail sting again. They use that a lot
Yeah,
for various different.
I mean, there's essentially
It's the song for the movie.
there's
It's
two pieces
it's
of
Ned's
music.
theme, so yeah.
Yeah, there's Whale of a Tale, and then the 20,000 Leagues music. You know, that's it. And Captain Nemo's theme, or whatever it is.
Well, you two were a lot of help.
Do not go in there. Woo! If I had been drinking from the toilet, I might have been killed. Look at his face.
Save my life.
Tom, you haven't
really
fired me
know.
yet. Why? That's a good question.
This why?
That
This is
that
why we
solves
need a
everything.
Nautilus
yeah.
bar.
Yeah.
I swear by my
God.
I love the little Nautilus collar. That
There's
would make
only
such a
one way
great
to
keychain.
celebrate beating a giant squid, and it's getting drunk, playing your turtle guitar, and smoking with a sea lion. I just want the sea lion's collar with that Nautilus symbol.
Yeah, Spencer was just talking about that.
I literally just said that.
Did you? I missed it.
Yeah.
Sorry, sometimes it's
I
hard to
said it'd
hear
make a
stuff
great
from the little
keychain.
speaker.
Wow, Kirk was really patting that sea lion. Pow, pow.
This is all of us in quarantine right now.
Yeah, I'm sharing my water with my dogs.
Do we have any preserved fish? Ah, excellent. Hand it over.
I will add in a quart of lutefisk so we have
I
good
love-
feelings.
Yeah. I love that the crew isn't celebrating with him, it's just him and the sea lion.
Oh, the sea lion almost bit him on that take.
Yeah.
worms and fishes eat more. Slimy cold on seaweed dishes when they ate it, they knew it wasn't.
Stop with the
I
guitar.
only know one single tune, so I'll just change the words.
So she loves those babalinas like Colleen. You're out of G. Yeah, I got the fish. Big honey. That's very happy. Grandpa. This town that didn't have so many cracks. You don't want none of his cracks. No, none of his cracks. Oh, you can tell him that for the both of them.
The sea lion's the only one who understands him.
None of you understand me, Mom. Only my sea lion gets it.
Oh.
Oh,
that's
he can tuck himself in. Oh.
Isn't that cute?
And then Kirk Douglas. Oh, Kirk Douglas.
Finally home, sweet home.
Sea lion will be the small spoon, says Mandy.
You hear her. That can only be true if you consider your life. Actually, he regrets sense of my life as much as I regret his. I would try, but it is this different. You that man to no longer. May I tell you something? You seem to go ahead. You protest too much. I know you would deeply touched. You are ashamed to admit.
Those gauges are the same ones that are in every submarine on the Tokyo ride.
Your very existence. You should live on hate.
Somehow I missed that those gauges didn't move until you pointed them out to me.
They do move.
Or yeah, that I missed that
that-
they did move
Yeah.
until you pointed them out to me.
That's how I figured out the story. That's how I figured out that you're running out of oxygen, which is why the Atlanteans help you to the surface.
Good, must not be a scale. All is Mr.
Because the air gauge goes to the red.
And to the next. Your benefit. Able to see. Never find
Hey, look, it's that place where I live on the map.
Yeah. Well, outside the disease perfect. If men and nations had this goodness that I speak of, I would be willing to share all this. My records, everything. Have you considered sharing it? Reason to generalize. From the moment that you came aboard the Nautilus, I had hoped that you would be the key to the craft I had intended using you as an emissary. But now I don't know. Is it that you don't trust me? No. But you are ever the optimist.
Of course.
Arms and the voices.
Do you really believe they would lay down their hammers and not build a Toy Story marionette show?
Are you insinuating that I'm Captain Nemo?
If
Because I think I'm okay with that analogy, honestly.
the sub fits.
You do own the Nautilus.
You own like 7 of them.
7.
Yeah, Seb.
Yeah, 7.
Sorry, it's a cool submarine. I'm sorry I like it.
Yeah, awesome.
No, I don't fault you for it.
Stuff. I watch it. I watch back.
An unflagged warship. Hmm.
As you know, Professor, you've been ambushed by the very forces that you wish to trade with.
There's Volcania.
Maybe we should.
Where's the line for
submerge?
Journey to the Center of the Earth? I want a fast pass.
They're closed.
Dark hours like it's the only sun half an hour, sir. It's like 20 minutes. Everything must be described before they reach the lagoon. Ready to dive. Aye, sir. Diving station. Aye, follow. Diving station. Hoist it down.
Oh, that still looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a cool scene.
I think what would frustrate me the most is that if they do remake this movie, they wouldn't use practical effects. And it feels like a lot of this works because it is practical.
Yeah, it'll look good in CGI. They'll make it look good. No, but there is a magic to old movies. Like I agree.
There, I mean,
Knowing
there
that it's
is. There's,
handmade.
I mean, there's a reason they still do practical stuff in the Jurassic movies. Like, there's just a look about
I
it.
mean, they filmed practical stuff and then didn't use it in Jurassic World. That was their big problem, I think.
They had some practical stuff in
They
Jurassic.
did. They didn't use it. They CGI'd over it. Because I watched like the making of and all that, and they did, but then they CGI'd
I know
over
Fallen
it
Kingdom
for some
had.
reason.
I know Fallen Kingdom had the actual effects.
Yeah, but that movie was awful.
That whole. No, it wasn't awful.
Bad.
The whole scene with the Rex, getting the blood from the Rex, that was all a real practical scene.
Another beautiful matte painting.
Yeah.
Hello. I never been ready as abroad.
Bye-bye.
What's amazing is, I mean, Mysterious Island and the land, like the rock work was just like that. They did a really good job.
This reminds me both of Mysterious Island and Fortress Explorations.
Why are you stripping, Kirk?
Take off your shirt!
I can't hear you over the shooting.
Yeah. Maybe this isn't the best time.
It was you who deployed those warships here.
I what? Somebody had to strike a blow for freedom. He did what he took his rank.
Right. You fools! This is going to cost the world the greatest discoveries of all time. He's gone ashore to destroy everything.
Well, no.
Maybe.
Vamos.
Oh, these are really bad shots.
A couple of them were real.
Again, yeah. Just like the natives.
Yeah.
I mean, they're shooting from a decent distance.
True.
Guns in
with
the
old
1800s
guns.
weren't exactly
Yeah, but-
accurate.
A couple of those squibs were pretty close, though, so you would think if they got that close, it would just get a little closer.
That might just be luck. I mean,
It only takes one.
Oh,
And there it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've been shot. What an inconvenience.
'tis but a flesh wound.
I'm mildly upset that I've been shot.
So David in the chat says, secret Nautilus ship hideout facility.
I'm kind of dying here. Could anyone help, please? Ah, the bullet really hurts.
Yeah.
If anyone could do some first aid, maybe, that would be fine.
These are the same bell sounds on the Tokyo ride. It sounds exactly the same.
Yeah, they used them in everything has them. They tried to
Yeah,
match
Disney
it.
World bells sounded exactly the same too.
Did you know
Which is
we can
cool.
hear the fish? Ugh.
Someone helped the
Like, does no one else know that? Yeah, like, there's no one else.
No one's
noticing
figured it out
bleeding.
yet.
He's not exactly being subtle about it.
I think the first mate knows, but only Nemo can pilot this subterranean tunnel.
Now they know.
Master. I said, Master.
I can't do the noise. Trying to do the Zoidberg. Someone could help me down the stairs.
That's it. Watching this town for the last time.
What do you mean?
You understand? We're with you. I don't understand. What's that got to do with us? I'm dying.
I'm dying in a rush.
It's explosion. World is destroying.
It's a very different timeline from Mysterious Island in Tokyo, where he's invited people to board cars that dig through the earth and submarines, little tiny submarines, so they can see all these things. Very different timeline.
Why don't you take us down with you? I don't even want to die.
Yeah, there's so much that they didn't touch on that's from the book. They could easily make a great live-action remake on this.
No.
You cannot do this. There is more at stake here than just our lives. Yours was a dream of the future come true. I beg you to reconsider.
What?
You want better life. All this day comes to pass. God's good time.
You know?
Don't give up, mate. We're already killed.
Slap.
Ooh,
Put
slap.
him in. Put him in.
Back with the sea lion. Oh,
Judo slip.
time for some 1950s fighting. Oh, the turtle guitar.
Oh, and he even had the pearl still in it.
Up this guy.
He can fight.
Oh, it's like fighting my grandpa.
I have to say, even though he's just a seaman, he learns fast.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he knows exactly how to raise this.
Knows
Knows
exactly how
use
to
a
make it
nuclear
go up.
submarine. It's supposed to be a bruise. It just looks like his chin is dirty. Maybe he should have tried punching him instead of just pushing him over and over. Ow.
Ow. Ow.
Get out.
Ah, I love you, buddy. Give me a hug.
Come here for a big old hug.
This is a Disney movie.
Oh, yeah.
Men are trying to drown each other.
I don't think that's a good place to leave him. Yeah, he's underwater already. Yeah, that guy's definitely dead.
So long. Hey, Professor, where you going? The island's for the poor Betty Sack. I'm gonna get
I need my
You
journals.
must come with me.
Ow, nope, come on.
I have to get my limited edition Nautilus drink glass.
Now, to view the ocean one more time.
Flop.
Take the sea lion with you.
And the animals gotta live.
Don't worry, everyone. The animal made it.
Good. At least one thing still works on this ship.
And he's dead.
And death.
I'm trying to row and the sea lion's in the way. This was a fine choice.
He's right in Peter Lorre's face. I don't think that take was take number one.
Yeah, I think all those guys on those ships died.
They might have gotten a little toasty.
Ah, nuts. Now I'll never get my Journey to the Center of the Earth Fast Pass.
Time's now. Yeah. Perhaps should be mankind decided.
Oh.
The only thing that could ever make Tom more upset than folding a food wrapper is sinking the Nautilus.
Yeah.
No one is ready. All some gods.
So what happens to the three of them? They don't exactly have good prospects drifting out in the middle of the ocean.
It does suggest next that you should watch Journey to the Center of the Earth.
It does, yes.
Yes.
Not as
It's like
not
they
as
know.
classic as 20,000 Leagues for sure, but yep.
Yep.
There you
Same
go.
author.
That was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Before we get out of here, I want to remind people, I don't know if we have this ready. Do we have the schedule of upcoming things, Kevin? Here's what's coming up on WDWNT Live tomorrow at 11 a.m. Locked In with Eric Morton. Tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Whose cue is it anyway? Our take on whose line is it anyway. On Sunday, Colleen's going to be making friendship bracelets. I have a feeling I won't be getting one. 8 p.m. on Sunday is our very popular new show, Pressing Issues, our long-form discussion program. That's at 8 p.m. On Monday is the beginning of our Hollywood Studios Appreciation Week. It begins at 11 a.m. We'll be doing a series of watch-alongs of past attractions and past entertainment from the park. Cosmic Reed is doing a special themed episode of his program at 9 p.m. On Tuesday, April 28th, the first of our Stage 89 presentations from former Imagineers and Disney legends will air at 11 a.m. I'll be there live in the chat to join you guys for that. So the first of those will premiere 11 a.m. on Tuesday. 9 p.m. Tuesday night, Ride Rehab watches. They're going to be watching the grand opening special of the Disney MGM Studios. Again, all that as we kick off Studios Appreciation Week, our annual celebration of the park everyone loves to hate, Hollywood Studios Appreciation Week. Again, all week, April 27th through May 1st. Also that week, obviously on Thursday, we have a very special themed episode of News Tonight, which is all themed to the Great Movie Ride. And on Friday, May 1st, we have a Back to the Future, all about the Backlot Theater, which was later the Premier Theater, home of The Hunchback Show, Pocahontas, the Frozen Sing-Along, many, many productions. All that and more next week for Hollywood Studios Appreciation Week. We'll be releasing more details over the weekend for you. But another quick reminder before we go, if you want to support what we're doing, being here every day, doing all this programming, there's two ways you could do it. Number one is become a member of the WDWNT Inner Globe Society on Patreon, the WIGS program. You could join at patreon.com/WDWNT. For $2, starting at $2 a month, you get post shows for Park Center and News Tonight. You get full res scans of classic Disney Park paper paraphernalia, all kinds of cool stuff. That's at patreon.com/WDWNT. And of course, there's always the super chat right here on YouTube. But thanks everybody for joining us for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Anything else anyone wants to add before we get on out of here?
Nope.
Nope. Good night.
Good night.
Everything was said in the video.
Yes,
night,
all in
everybody. Thanks
God's
for
good
joining.
time.
Goodbye. I'm gonna go have
Bye.
lunch.
Good night, everyone.